Good evening, Fabian. I see you, Fabian. Sound check, guys. Sound check. Mwaiseni mukwai. Amufite, guys. Welcome. Mwaikarashani, mwachoma bwanji. Morton, I see you. Hi, my son, Raggy, I see you. Josie Piri from Atlanta, good to see you. Thank you for your support. Tiago from Mundola, I see you. Tuposhanye mukwai. Tuposhanye. Mwaiseni. Good son mwewa. Wonderful. Thank you. Mwaiseni mutamboke. Gamusira, gamubola. Isen mukwai, welani. To sound check. Thank you. Sound check. Good. Josie Piri, thanks for your support. Raggy, yes. See you, my son. Morton. Yes. Continue watching. Cynthia Lawrence. Thank you, guys. Grab your today I'm drinking tea. Grab your tea, your coffee, whatever you are drinking, guys. It's gonna be a long night today. Le loka kuno. Tulifia wino kuno California. Greeting you in your time zone, guys. Grab your coffee, your tea. Tulipaliashi. Welcome to Queen Pumi Show. Welcome to QPS Show, guys. QPS. Twakulanda fya QPS number. Chale pesha chidishina. Welcome to Queen Pumi Show. Welcome. A lot of new followers. We are excited to have you guys. Welcome. Sunday, we are going to add you. I have to have like 30 minutes to myself before I add anyone. So I have to I add my panel, Mamachka Monica and Anik Machpa, before we open the floor to everyone. So just be patient, guys. We are just getting started. We are going to add you. This is a people's platform. Queen Pumi Show is there for the people, for the youth. This is a platform, a human-based platform. We are non-partisan. And we are a human rights organization. My name is Pumulos Tumbeko. I am the founder and CEO of Nangoma Foundation and Global Human Rights Alliance. They are both legal entities. And I am also a certified human rights consultant with United States Institute of Diplomacy, based here in Washington, D.C. So I am fully legitimate, guys. I know what I'm talking about. That being said, if you want to be yes, Mama was unblocked. Yes, we managed to figure it out. Jackson, I see you. Yes. Jackson Pala, I'm asking you to respect Mama Chika Monica. You know, we have all different personalities. So this is a page of love. There is no hatred here. We are trying to promote one Zambia, one nation. I expect you to respect everyone. Mama is a big woman. She is a grandmother. She's a mother. Her children watch when she goes live. Her family is watching when she goes live. So I'm asking you to exercise respect for everyone, especially older people, guys. I'm asking you to show respect to Mama. You know, one thing I would like to say is that Mama and I grew up at a different time. Like you are different generations. People who were born in the 1950s, they were raised differently. Born in the 60s, you were raised differently. Born in the 90s, you were raised differently. Born in the 2000s and 90s, they are millennials, which is most of you guys. You were born differently. So I'm asking you to respect our mothers, to respect women. Yes. We can't have a nation where people come on the platform just to insult people. That is not in order, guys. This is not my mission, and I will block you. If you are disrespectful, I will block you on this platform. This platform is for good intention. You know, I am a human rights advocate, and the mission of my organization is to inform, educate, and share information. Information travels two ways. So in as much as I'm sharing information with you, you can also share information with me. We can educate each other, guys. They say sharing is caring. You know, sharing is caring. So guys, based on that note, let us wait for people to join in. Send me your location. I'm always happy to see your location. Beatrice Sinkole. Hi, Beatrice. Good to see you. Chipoyas. I see you. Chisanga. Kalumbila watching. Kalumbila Munchende. Matilda. My biggest cheerleader. Yes, Matilda. Thank you so much. I receive all those emojis with love. I try to respond back to you. Yes, guys. So today the topic is the World AIDS Day. And also we continue on women's rights because we started yesterday on women's rights. Women's rights are a huge subject to look at. Yes. So Kalasa, our offices right now, they are all they are remote, they are in the net, they are on a cyberspace. We don't have physical location because we have not yet been funded. We are a new organization. We are less than just a year old. We are going on to 2 years. Yes. So it'll be 2 years in April, I think March next year. Titus from Kabwe, I see you. From Botswana, Susan, good to see you. We are waiting for Mama. Tell Mama that we are waiting for her here. The show has started. We are talking about the World AIDS Day today. Yes, today we are talking about AIDS. Very sensitive subject. A lot of us have lost people, have lost friends and family to AIDS. So today is a day which is recognized by the World Health Organization to sensitize people, to bring awareness to people about HIV. So I'll just get started, guys. They'll join us. So the first thing we'll talk about the World AIDS Day 2022, and I'll just start talking about the World AIDS Day, which is commemorated today. And I'm just going to read this from the World Health Organization site. I'm going to read this from the World Health Organization site, which says the global HIV response is in danger, even as HIV remains a public major health issue that affects millions of people worldwide. Yes. Over the last few years, progress towards HIV goals has been stalled, resources have shrunk, and millions of lives are still at risk as a result. Hi, Paul, how are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you, ma'am? And also, how are you to the viewers out there?
The viewers are fine. I think we scared them with our topic. Most of the people, they don't want to talk about the AIDS, you know. Yes, so we have yes, but we'll still continue. We'll still talk about it. Go ahead.
Yeah, as it is today, it was a commemoration of World AIDS Day. I think there is nothing new about what AIDS is. It's just how we have taken it with that little ignorance here in Africa. But look at the sign or the way those letters they do stand for. I think this is where most of the people have remained to understand because it's acquired immunodeficiency virus. So where the issue to do with immunodeficiency, I think this is where people, they don't get it right. So they feel like if someone reaches to this stage, people, there are a lot of stigmatization which is actually take place in our societies where we come from. But that shouldn't be the case because the world where it is, as we speak right now, it is being compromised with a lot of things, and it's been polluted in and out. So if lyabesa mukulanda tubonse chimo twalikwatako akabule makanono. So I think today people, they were expressive, they sat down, they would discuss, and there are people that were coming out open that we saw because today it was actually worldwide. A lot watch on HIV. I think I'll only say once because HIV AIDS. Like for AIDS, there are people that born with it, even HIV, and there are also people that stick to medication, and they have not even staged to AIDS, but they have just remained to HIV. So here the lot watch say ya AIDS. Na nafe AIDS fe yali aluka fe, it's a normal disease kwati ni fine fe onse fe. So apata papo necha kusekecha kweba ati stigma n'abakali. I think no mufuntini mu February someone from kufura musomulando wakweba ati we fail to understand. And you know, AIDS yali wako it's a prolonged illness of what we ngaranda kwali banamalwera yako afyati yena yakali because let's talk of STIs, they are more dangerous than AIDS. There are people that are on medication and ngawangara syphilis akaswendekena kuraba no kwinuka. There's ubulwero obwashupa like sugar, diabetes, all those, they are dangerous. But when you actually stick to medication, at least for AIDS yena yali bakona kwinu. So this time it has become normal. There are people about to order some COVID vaccine. It's just the same as the people that are living with AIDS. It's normal this time. So we don't even feel like people to start stigmatize that yo we are normal. So that's why kwabera day. Bali wapira na vena pa 1 December na vena. But to me, on the other point, I feel it to be somehow neglected somewhere because chimone mpofu yako ati mwalai pera fyati iwoto wala kupera kakapu akako mkala alira mwalai kifu wapera government atira pera na 300 damashani. What is needed is kwisa pamo, we sit down. Anyone can be at that point. Uli wonse kutaba para pene pale. So what it is yakweba tirero as we are commemorating AIDS Day, taturefuwa ya ma problem ya stigmatization twakana na bana mayo. And if you know that mu family mwari bako aba bako filafini aba kwebati they are some of maybe they are living a positive life. There are even some couples aba kwebati some is actually positive, some is negative. We have seen those, and they are called disconnected couples. I'm sure those that want to live like that, I think they are prescribed to the medication that best suit their needs. If you want to prepu, pep, all those things. So this time we live in a normal environment. Nakumushi say the message has reached. So I think I'm just happy today that it's not quite a zero stigmatization party commemoration ya chipako ya World AIDS Day.
Thank you. Welcome, Mama. How are you?
Thank you. Ni mwabombeni awe ndifyo wa mtende kwena shishi bebe nanga wali gwino na bapo blacki nga wali gwino.
Awe tulifa wino mamachika muneka twatwasa tuyafyo bushuku bwa lero.
So I think twalala na pali AIDS twisane ero twala isana futi because title ile tini abantu naba kutiko kumona fya tulelanda pa fya AIDS. But we are just going to talk about AIDS and then we'll end this and then we'll start another live. So this one is specifically to commemorate the World AIDS Day. And to start myself, I would like just to observe a minute of silence to respect the lives of the many heroes who have been lost due to this disease. Yes. So myself personally, I've been affected with the loss of many people, many close family friends have perished, relatives. So I would just like, let's take a minute of silence to remember our fallen friends and family from this disease, and then we'll continue. Okay, I think our minute is up, guys. Share with at least one person. If you're just joining us, we were observing a minute of silence for all our friends, families, relatives, neighbors, everyone who has perished from this HIV and AIDS. As you know, in the beginning, 30, 40 years ago, when this disease came, there was no medication. So it was just a matter of people waiting, people to perish. And then through the years, in 2022 now, we are at a position where HIV and AIDS is like any regular disease. So I would just like you to tag anyone, guys. This information is very important because Zambia, we are among the top 10 countries in the world with high HIV infection. We have to embrace this topic. We have to discuss it. We have to share knowledge about it. We cannot shy away from it. And that is what is killing us. Ignorance will kill you. So let us talk about HIV, especially on this day. Let us talk about HIV and AIDS openly. It doesn't matter if you are living positive. If you are positive, then you have to live a positive lifestyle. You have to take your medication. You have to be sexually disciplined. You cannot be immoral. So we are here to encourage you. If you are living positively, continue the positive lifestyle, because if you have it, it is just like any other disease. People now, they are scared about diseases like cancer. Cancer, there is no treatment. But for HIV, it's a managed disease. You can live with it. So I'm here to encourage everyone to say, if you have HIV, live a positive lifestyle, drink your medications. So that's number 2. The next point under HIV is, if you are not infected, please be aware of HIV and live a preventative life. Do not expose yourself. Do not expose yourself. Do not have a high-risk sexual behavior. And a high-risk sexual behavior is having multiple sexual partners. High-risk behavior is having multiple sexual partners. We know that you can also get HIV infection through cuts, bruises, even through kissing. You can get infected. If the person you are kissing has an open wound and you have an open wound, the disease can be transmitted. So we are talking about living positively. Reduce your sexual partners. Actually, don't have any. If possible, try to abstain until you are married. So we are saying, let us reduce infections, educate if you have youth, girls, boys who are reaching puberty, educate them, give them this information. Do not let girls and boys go and experiment about sex because, sex is natural. Everyone, when they reach puberty, they start having those feelings. And then the next thing, they want to have sex. But before our children reach to that point of trying to engage in sexual matters, let's educate them. Eunice Lambwe, if you are not infected, she's saying, if you are not infected, then you are not affected. Yes. So this platform, Eunice, is to talk for people, to educate people. If you are not infected, it doesn't mean you cannot be infected tomorrow. Eunice Lambwe, if you are not infected, you were today negative. But if you're a sexually active woman or man, you don't know where your partner is going unless you are telling me that, Eunice, you are celibate, you are not sleeping with anyone in your whole life, then you can say it doesn't affect you. But anyone who's sexually active, whether you are in a marriage or you are single or you are just a young teenager who's going through puberty, this conversation must be discussed. This information must be shared to young children, young girls. As they start growing, ask them, do you know about HIV? Ask the kids, they will tell you. A kid, do you know about HIV? What is it? How do you understand it? Let the kid tell you. Then from the answers of the kid, you start educating. This whole idea of Eunice Lambwe saying, if you are not infected, then you are not affected. This is what is causing high infection rates in certain areas of the world, especially sub-Sahara area. There are highest infection of AIDS and HIV in those areas. Why? Part of it is our culture. We can't talk about sex with our children. Guess what? You will let your child go out. She is 10, 11, she will get raped, or she will meet a boyfriend her age, they have sex, or maybe we have seen the sodomizing and raping, and there's also a belief to say if you sleep with a young girl, a virgin, you'll be cured of AIDS. So this is all these discussions, you must have them. If you have a young boy, a young girl around 9, 10 years old, it is time for you to start talking. Awareness is very, very important. Only through awareness are we going to stop the spread. So, but we have said that if you are infected, it's not a death sentence. It is much better because there's medications. You can live with it. You can live actually almost normal life with it. But what we are trying to do is that we avoid infections to increase. Now, if you go, I am on the World Health Day page, and they are saying that in the last few years, because governments have reduced funding to these programs, the infections are actually increasing. Like Zambia infection rate is increasing. That's why if you will follow this show, we have asked the government to increase funding. For actually not increase funding, we asked them to change the law so that people who are raping people should actually face jail time. Yeah, people should face jail time. If somebody rapes a young girl, first of all, they have to test the person who's negative, the rapist, they test him and the victim. And if they find that the victim is positive, they must be charged for rape and also charged for spreading a deadly disease. Because some of these people who have HIV, they don't know how they got infected. So they are trying to turn around and spread the disease to everyone. So in most of these countries, if you infect someone with the HIV knowingly, it's a crime. You actually go to jail maximum 10 years. So we are seeing this, and then the other thing, we have lots of messages in our inboxes to say the old men, some of these old men, they go to colleges, universities, and prey on young girls. They sleep with young girls. These girls are coming virgins from their mothers' homes. They go to university because they see Brazilian hair. You know, the social trend which is happening right now of wearing expensive things, expensive clothes, going to expensive places. These girls, their parents, they sacrifice to send them to college. Once they go to college, they're on social media. They see all these things. They want them. And these men, old men, married men, they pack their vehicles out our colleges and universities, picking up young girls. Now, those young girls also, that we need education in our colleges and universities, because these are grown adults. Nobody forces them. So if they're educated, to say, do not waste your life over a Brazilian hair. Look at when you start working, you will buy your own Brazilian hair. Do not sell your body to a married man whom you don't know his status. So we are saying that young girls, anyone, if you are married, reduce your, stick to your wife. If you are married, stick to your wife. If you are single, reduce your risk by sticking to one partner or abstain. So that is awareness, guys. And then the other thing that I want to talk about is privacy. We need a law to be instituted where if someone goes to a hospital, they are positive, nurses should keep confidence. Otherwise, if there's a breach of confidence, these nursing people should be prosecuted, sued, and their license taken away. Somebody's medical condition is a private matter. It's a privileged information. So we have to clamp down. We have to ask our government, start lobbying to say, protect information. Medical records are protected information. These personnel, medical people, they are discussing people's medical statuses in bars or with their neighbors. It is wrong. So I think that is it that I wanted to say about the World AIDS Day. We are going to end this live, and then we'll go to we'll open another live for the other topics, because this is just specifically for the World AIDS Day. Mama, you can come in.
Natotela sana buno bushiku bakwini mpumi bushiko batwibukisha abanensu abatwatemenwe abafane n'obulweri obwo ilyenshi takwali umuti na ile wine pano ninkwata balupwalo andire runachira bapenda kwata about 7 or 8 abafana obulwere kwa ntanda bwanga bantu bubulwere muchibemba abakalamba bale bwitati ubulwere kwa ntanda bwanga na ngukapela busunfi ubulwele bwa HIV and AIDS muchibemba abakalamba bale itati ubulwele bwa ntanda bwanga na ngula kapela busunfi na kale ubulwele ko bwali ebuli abalela ndati chifuba cha ntanda bwanga ni ububwini obulwele bwa HIV nomba tabwafulire ngefyu ubulwele bwa HIV wishire fula muchalo twabika kona ubushiku bwa kusefya ubulwele bwa HIV akale ifelo kwa ubulwele bwa ntanda bwengero twalekula fantu twalikwete sana amatwi bwale monekera vya patali takwali nokubika kwati ubushiku bwa kusefya ubulwele bwa HIV muwao dimonse awu fantu abantu bakale balikwete amatwi aya kumfwa kanshi ubulwele ubisana ubwakwe batika shingana ubukwata ufile wakwata kuichindi ko kalambanga nshi ta ufile okuyole tandanyo ubulwele bambi bali bakwata attitude ibi nangu imibele ibi iya kulanda kaine na ine bangandukishefi na ine na laya njabukisheko omunandi kiri ekisera kibi sana batata na bamayo bantu mwapo pipaisha abantu abengi kwali abantu abakisuminisha bwangu na abantu abakisuminisha umuntu alikala banganda alichindika abalume bayakunse bayaleta obulwele bwa ntanda bwanga bayaleta kapela busunsi bayaleta ka red beret bayaleta ka komando bayaleta ka buju bayaleta na ka old soldier kanshi ubulwele mwe bana bamfudu bulwele obubisana kuli fwe bakwata obulwere bwonse tuyishikira okutira obu bulwere kwena bulwere bwesu fwe babukwata tufire okuyita protect nangula okufaya enshira iyo twinga isungiramo ukukana latandanya obu bulwere bantu kwalisa omuti tatufire okulatandanya obu bulwere yo era obu bulwere bwali asyasa nga watemu asana musasule tawate kale pachalo enshfishi nangule chula shanyutu bulungwa awe shuwa mkakonkana nabo so kanshi mwe bashtata na imwe bashtata na tumfo kutile chao cha Zambia pa top number 6 chalo kuma luwele eba number 6 pa wao ulwele kwa HIV inga walanda number 6 chalo cha Zambia, which means 90% of our Zambians bali walo bulwele bwa ntanda bwanga 90% was bali affected no bulwele bwa ntanda bwanga so kanshi chiri kuli mwebo okukwata okuchindika nokukwata omwaka okuperera pakutira obulwele buchepaneko obulwele bwa ntanda bwanga mukyalo kyesu kya Zambia na buteberera abana abanono from 8 years ukwisa fikara pa 20 shinga years omulani wakutira bashitata abalwala obulwele bwakapera busuuzi nangu obulwele bwa ntanda bwanga nangu bashitata bakwata tu komando na tu red beret na tu buju tabakwata okuyichindika nangu panono tabayichindika nangu panono balesendo obulwele ngali lwala ale nkutandanya kuma university nga kuma college na kuma schools okulashira abana abanono bali abanono na bwe abana bakashana na balekula na bwo bulwele nga bakula na bwe no bulwele balaya nomba nga bayasa kuma college balasa nga balumendo na bena balumendo banabo bayiche tau papo omwana kashi tau papo aya isanga fetna temwaka kashana kansha kwaka kashana kali kwata obulwele bwa ntanda bwanga umwana aya alobera sie witu red beret na tu komando
Mama Matipa, you can continue. She has lost connection. Yeah.
Thank you, Queen Impumi. Again, greetings to everybody following this show. As we observe the World AIDS Day, which also falls under certain rights of no discrimination, we would really like to observe unspeakable joy, good health, prosperity, happiness, peace of mind, great accomplishments, and we remain hopeful that a drug to this predicament is found, and to this condition will soon be found. We wish everybody that's infected and affected to find inner peace and great accomplishments, that one day we will conquer and come out victorious with this HIV/AIDS that has affected the world. Really it is something that does not need any stigmatization on anybody, because it can affect you in any way. By you, I mean your family, yourself. It is not something that somebody clearly goes out to go and get. It catches you like any other disease, diabetes. I myself am a diabetic patient on insulin for 35 years. I never asked for it, but I continue being hopeful that one day we will find the right medication to conquer this ailment. And so I wish to encourage each and every one of you that you're not alone. You are with us. You know, we hear your cry. We suffer with you, and it's not something that must be rejoiced by anybody in society, you know. And so be happy, be merry, continue with your life, take your medications like I do, and live a positive life. I live a positive life, and I would like everyone to live a positive life. You didn't ask this to be upon you, but it happened, and so together we will fight, together we will conquer for a better health. Thank you very much, Queen Mpumi.
Thank you, Mama. Actually, I'd like to appreciate you for sharing your confidential information that you are living with diabetes. So that in itself, Mama, you coming here, coming on a public platform to disclose your information is what I would like to applaud you, because your condition, that diabetes, is just right now, diabetes, the way it is just as deadly as having HIV or AIDS. It's a medical condition. It means your body is infected and you have to take medication. So we are appealing to all Zambians. If you know somebody who is living with any medical condition now, I'd encourage them to take medication. That's it. Take medication, live a positive lifestyle, avoid high-risk behavior, and that's it. Avoid high-risk behavior is key. Sexual behavior, abstinence, reducing sexual partners, you know, taking your medication. So we have to talk about it because it is alarming. Zambian numbers of infection, they are increasing. In other parts of the world, they are reducing. But in Zambia, they are increasing. So, Mama, I have a question for you. Why do you think our infection rates are increasing in Zambia for HIV? Because it seems in other parts of the world, they are containing HIV. The numbers are reducing, but in Zambia, the numbers are increasing. Why do you think it's that?
Well, I think the numbers are increasing because of behavioral habits in Zambia. Behavioral habits where I blame the parents sometimes and I blame the adults, especially now, more so the people that are being infected with HIV, the ages have come down, you know. It's children of 14, 15, 16, they're in their teens and they're becoming infected with HIV. Because our children of today do not fear anything. They want luxuries, they want good life, you know, and so they do not mind, again, which I will consider as a taboo. When we were growing up, we never dreamt of going out with anybody who was as old as our parents. But life has changed, the world is evolving, and people see nothing wrong with having a relationship with someone who is as old as your parent. And some people actually say, I will not die alone. I got this infection from a prostitute, and so I will give it out to a prostitute, to others. So we as you know, we are advocating to the entire world to listen and you know, be mindful of what is happening. Why should somebody cut your childhood, you know, where, you know, you will live with this disease for the rest of your life? I hope not. I pray one day that they will find the medication to end this pandemic. But seriously, it is increasing because of the lifestyle of the people today. And I think we need more peers to educate our children to refrain from these activities. That's the only way we can halt this disease, you know, especially in Africa. Funny enough, when I went to Canada in 2004, when HIV/AIDS was really rife, I was actually told that here in Canada, nobody dies of AIDS. That's what I was told, because when I went to visit the elderly who were sick and on palliative care, I was told nobody dies of AIDS. Everyone here dies of cancer. We don't call it AIDS, we call it cancer. You understand? So I took it like, then it's a shame if you call it cancer. You have to address the situation, you know? There's no need in hiding that everywhere people are affected with AIDS, because in accepting what AIDS is all about, it's only then that we can work together and find a cure to this pandemic, you know? So again, it's really the behavioral attitudes of people, you know, they're always thinking, no, it will not catch me, but it will catch somebody else. Because AIDS has no placard on the face that I am HIV positive. People are living healthy with AIDS. And so it's just about us looking after ourselves and continue to guide our children and instill good qualities in our children's lives that will reduce the number of people infected as well as affected by HIV/AIDS. But having said that, I would like to reiterate that we remain positive, you know, and, you know, we are with you. We wish you good health, you know, happiness, peace of mind in your day-to-day life, because I think peace of mind also contributes to you getting, you know, better. I can speak like this because I have diabetes, but, you know, usually when you are downtrodden and miserable, a disease thrives in your body. But if you are happy, you know, and hopeful, you tend to live longer. I'm talking like this because I have done it for 35 years. Thank you so much, Queen.
Good job, Mama. I know it's not easy. It's not easy to take insulin every day, to live with that, but you have done it. So you are a testimony. So diabetes there's no difference between diabetes and the AIDS, because it's a lifetime disease once you have it. And there are two types of diabetes, I think. One is genetic. So I think that's the one that you have, you know, because other ones, they come due to diet and other things. So guys, we are here. We are sending a message of hope to say today is a day to commemorate AIDS, to acknowledge it's there, to talk about it. And I'll just give a few statistics before I close. On AIDS, we are going to end this live because it's specifically for AIDS. We are going to end it, and I'm going to put it on YouTube, guys. A lot of people, they are not on Facebook. So I have a YouTube channel, and you can subscribe to my YouTube. And also, I do post those same YouTube videos on my page. So we are here to educate, inform, and share information. So if you know somebody who, in fact, everybody should be concerned, because Zambia, let me look at the key statistics. This is in 2020. So 22 years later, I assume this is worse because our morality has decayed. So in 2020, we had 1.5 million with HIV, 11.1% of adult population have HIV, 69,000 new infections, 69,000. Guys, this is alarming. 24,000 related deaths, 24,000. In 1 year, 1.2 million of Zambians are on antiviral medication. So guys, charity begins at home. Start educating our young children, 8 years, 9 years old. Start talking to them about HIV. It's out there. The same way we are talking about COVID, the same way we should talk about HIV. So I think I end here. We are going to end this live because this is specifically for to commemorate this day, which is a dark day for most of us. Myself, I can count 5 close family members whom we buried. Some of them, we buried them when there was no medication, you know. There was no medication. We watched them suffer in agony until their last breath. And some of them died when there was medication, but you had to pay $300 a month to get those drugs at that time when the medications first came out. So I lost a sister. I lost a sister because there was no drugs. Then I lost a brother. The drugs were there, but we couldn't afford to buy the drugs. It was $300. That is almost 20, 30 years ago. And then I lost other family members whom were the disease attacked parts of the body where they couldn't recover. Even if they were given those medications, they could not recover. So this subject is dear to me, guys. Friends, all my friends, I'm telling you, I'm over 50. I don't have any friends. The ones I went with to school or college, they are all dead. And they all died from HIV. And most of them died because there was no medication. And when the medication was there, it was too expensive for them to buy. And those who started taking medications, the drug was not yet refined. Even if they were taking the medication, they were still dying from AIDS. So for me, this is a passion, guys. Educate your children. If you're not even your children, your friends, you know, everyone should be having this conversation. If you have a friend who has a risky lifestyle, sit them down. 11% of our population is infected. So if someone has got a risky lifestyle, if he sleeps with 10 people, at least one of those 10 people were HIV positive. 1 or 2 people. If you are a man who is engaged in adulterous behavior, sit down and think, is it worth it? Because even if you're taking medication, if you're not living positively, you might get a type 3, type 4, you are going to bring stress on your family. And what is going to happen when you get sick? It's the family that is the problem. When people get sick, it's the family. Some of the people, they get sick without people bring those diseases to them. But some people go looking for the disease. Their lifestyles are pathetic. Promiscuity, guys. Girlfriend here, there, boyfriend here, there, married man here, there. Immediately a married man starts talking to you. He's a high risk. Any married man who's leaving his wife to go find another sexual partner is a red flag. Run away, run for your life. Bakashan, nami papata. Please. That $1,000, that Brazilian hair is not worth it. If you're not infected, a married man comes to you, run. That married man who's going after other women when he's married, that's the risky behavior number one. Because the married men, most of them, they don't stick to one girlfriend. They have a lot of girlfriends. But my daughter's name papata. Pick a young man, even if he's broke, build a life together. Life is not all about money. What good is a fat bank account when you have all these medical conditions? Because AIDS is like tricky. It can attack your brain. You can have a stroke, you can have many complications due to that disease. You are lucky. Those people who are just on medication and managing it, they are lucky. But there are some people who have that disease and they still have complications, you know? So this message is to my young girls, and daughters, tag a friend, tag a young girl, share this video to people in colleges, abakashana. A married man comes to you, a married man is number one high risk because they have a wife at home. And that is risk behavior number one, is having multiple sexual partners. Do not do it. Just run away. You have a choice. So I end here, guys. We are going to end this live and then we'll start another live where we'll be talking about women. This is specifically for the World AIDS Day, to celebrate it. And Mama, you have last words?
I'll just read a comment that has been written by Feni Chapewa. She says there's a trend also of incest that we need to also target, which is true. You know, incest as well as abusing children. We had a program here where a child was being abused from the time that child was 4 years old. Again, that has contributed to the spread of HIV/AIDS. Yes, we agree, you know, incest has played a very big role, as well as the abuse of children. So all these things, all these factors, they matter in life. And so we are actually creating awareness. We had a very long topic about abuse of children, you know, and we will continue propounding on this, because it's only through us advocating for about all these ills in society that, you know, will help the people, you know, to really look after the young ones, those with no voices, and those who go in for material gain, refrain from all these vices. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And before we close this chapter, I would just like to say, Paul, do you have any comments before I close? Okay. So Paul is gone. So before we close this chapter, I just want to say that I know, you know, it's fashionable to have a boyfriend and have all these things, but you know what? It's not going to be fashionable when you get that disease. You know, because a lot of people, some of them, they don't even go for voluntary testing. It's just when something happens, maybe they are sick, and because there's mandatory testing, they are told that they have this disease, you know? So I just want to encourage everyone to tag somebody. This video, I'm going to put it on YouTube. Some people, they are not on Facebook. So share it or this video on YouTube, tag somebody, you know, check your status. Check your status. If you are married, check your status. If you are a wife, check your status. If you are a husband, check your status. Go, if you have a boyfriend, do not have sexual relations until you are married. And if you feel that you should have the sexual relations before you get married, go for testing together. Don't let him go alone. He can manipulate the results. We have heard those stories of people manipulating results. So if you're going to be involved with anyone, do the tests and go together to the test clinic. Your life is all you have. Take care of it dearly. Take care of your life. And if you have young girls, young boys in your house, start educating them. Tell them the statistics. Just start the conversation about what is AIDS. Make it fun, make it a quiz. Like, do you know how many people are living with HIV? Do you know how you can get HIV? You know? You should be having these conversations with your children, your 8-year-olds. Have them. 9-year-olds. Start asking quizzes about HIV. And then you start educating and you go from there. It is too late to educate a 14-year-old. It is too late. So what we can do now for the 14-year-olds and the 20-year-olds is damage control or preventative information. If you're not infected, abstinence. 21-year-old, 25-year-old, stick to a sexual partner. One sexual partner. Get tested. If you change a sexual partner, get tested. These are the bold conversations you need to have. Do not even ask about somebody's bank account before you ask about their status. This should be your first question. If you are in the dating market, your first question should be HIV status. Because guess what? That person will infect you and you won't even enjoy that money that he has. So question number one, if you are, we are looking at all the age groups here. I'm just summarizing it. We are starting from Wakadoli by 8-year-old. These are our treasured, what treasured species, I don't know what. Generation, yes. Some of them are born with it, so they know how to manage it, but those who are not born with it, we have to start educating them in the house, muma family. Nangu fepadi wa neighbor, fidafine watu itotu wa wasanga tule yangala, quiz them. Do you know about this? What do you think if you do this? Start planting the seed. Then 14 years old, number 14 years old, we don't know what they have done, but we can just tell them to say, do abstinence. If you want to do anything, do the tests. And then if you want to test, go with the person to the test. Not results. No, go together. Otherwise, 14-year-old teenagers, we just say abstain. Your body, you focus on creating your career. Twice a number 25 years, you could test your whatever, test your status and stay away. And if you change a partner, make sure you do test every time you change a partner. That's it. That's Zambia. We are up there. And Kuluwa government, they have to implement laws to protect and prevent reinfections from increasing further. because the numbers are already escalating. The numbers are really high, you know. Zambia are only 20 million. Our infection rate is higher than Kunoko, America, where there are 350 million people. Why? Because there's things like testing, disclosing. If you are if you have an infection, you disclose to your partners, you know. If you infect someone, the law is going to come on you. A fine and jail time for infecting someone knowingly with HIV. So we end here, guys. Otherwise, you know, it's kind of a sad day because Zambia, you know, 10%, we have all lost somebody. Yes, Mama?
Queen Mpumi, ndefo kulanda pochimo, vana mayo na vastata, mweva upa, na mweva upwa. Kwe namulela nde chinka mumayanda yenu, nga walilwala, pantu kwali baba na mayo na vastata aba alwala, mumayanda omu, tabala nde chinka. Kuti umnobe ala no muti, ekele fitondolo, you know? Taiba kono mukashi wako na ngumurume wako atala no muti. Kanshi, tulela nde chinka. Kwebo umunobe, muchukwati ndano muti, you know? Because there are certain couples who live together and have no idea that their partner is actually living positive. Ndaka equal banama tests akutira kutuwa yashita mu pharmacy ngatamulefo kuya kufatala kuya mushita ma test kutuwa ashita mwachita test mumayanda ngatamulefo wati vambi beshi byati mwalirwala, you know. There are self testers these days which we can use, you know. And it's not fair wadidwala ulanu muti tawaibo munobe, huh? You know, elo bambi balalanda no kulanda tishre franka fedeka na ino ampelo yubulwere na ine ndefo kupera kubambi chibicho, udesha abana ibakachula nga wapelo munobo bubulwere na wakafwa ngo kasunga abana ni nani, huh? Tonga wadilwala iwe shitata na ngweshimayo. You take preservatives, you know, especially for the children that you are leaving behind. Especially, I don't want to discriminate, you know, I really don't want to discriminate, but it's been a trend, especially from men, you know. You are taking the medication and you decide to keep quiet. Please, I'm not discriminating, but it has been, you know, very common from the male, you know. They keep quiet that they are sick and they continue taking the medication. Then when the wife is pregnant and they have a child in the marriage, that child doesn't survive, and then they blame it on the woman. You can't be killing children all the time. But they don't really come out and tell the wives that I am living positive, you know. And then the wife also gets up and goes and starts looking for other medications to stop having, you know, to help her bring up those kids that are not surviving, you know. And she
Mama. Anik,
bambono kusumina mu buloshi, atawe neba ndoa, you know. Mwana mukuya mkufua imiti kunganga. When the situation is very clear. Umno badidwala nomba ekele fetondo. Abana bale pitira fye. It is not right. Let's be honest and sincere in these marriages, you know.
And you
thank you,
Mama. Thank you. I just want to comment before Mama you come in. This is the pet. This is my life. Nala nyeva nomba life yandi. My life, why I am single, why I left Zambia. Do you know why I left Zambia? I had lost friends and family where they perished from AIDS. And because our men, Zambian men, they don't believe in sticking to their wife. Ero nali mwana chabena mnyande chobalenda. Naisa beba nati imwe. If you don't change this life of Mailo na myumfiroku, Mailo na myumfiroku, I'm gone. I told him. I had 3 kids with a guy. I'm like, if you are not going to change, this is my personal story, guys. I told him, I'm saying, I have buried friends. I buried a young sister. Do you know how painful it is? She was not a promiscuous girl. She died at 24. My young sister. So that ripped my heart. When my young sister died, it ripped my heart. At 24, she's been gone almost maybe 30 years. And I was in my 20s too. Now, married men have high risky behavior. Now, I buried my sister for this thing. If you don't change, I'm out of here. Up to today, I've been here in 23 years. I met somebody 8 years ago who I am with. And that's why I am single. I saw my sister Muno Muafwa. My sister died from sister. And many of us, we are seeing all this. For me, I have 3 girls now. I looked at my family. My mother was just a poor teacher. Now, they'll be in the streets. And you know what? That's what brought me here. That is what brought me to the States. I'm like, I'm done. You know what? I am out. Naya, elo, I would rather and God answered my prayer. Made it possible until I got those kids and we started the life here together. Even if I drop dead today, I have done my part. I did not wait for somebody to bring me a disease. Because when I'm frustrated, but women, because of our bodies, that disease you know, because the nature of our bodies, so my friends, they are gone. It's a sorry sight. The kids were left young and they have been to, you know how it is to grow up without a mother. I can't even imagine, because when I was a grown woman, you know, my mother had grandchildren when she died. But I can't imagine a mother living about 10 years old. Because some of these women over stepmothers. That's why we have all these orphans in the streets. So I'm talking to you, you woman there. My local test. No, and depending on the results, whether positive or negative, move forward with a change. To say panopanga, street orphan because because the mumala. abalumendu abengi they have those diseases, they live, but abanandi abengi balifwa abana balechulo oluse. I can't be their mother. But these are conversations we used to have. Naba nandi filianga mwalikwata amamene abalume benu file balenda pamo abalumendo batabaliangala buno tubashe atawe neteti mbashi akala tafya ayo kunaine na kitiro. Those women are gone. Mama, the floor is yours. I'm done.
Natotela mkwai, natotela sana. Nachia mkula alikawe shukuru, bachila shukura.
Good job, grandmother. It's a blessing.
Alakwena ilili ashiria bulwele bwa ntanda bwanga na ngubu bulwele bwa kapela busumfi. Ubu bulwele obu nimbola mayirini balemba okutira. Bashitata ukulaya mukunu nama ARVs kunchito. Ala fiso tukopo tuamuti kuloka. Eko anuina bakashukwa buloku ishiba. Abakashibale munafi atitaru wala kanchikalu wala. No mbanga mwatontonkanya. Uyomo umeole chitecha msangu finishari kutemo. Nishalefu ayoka fwe. Uku abula iwo okuishiba kutira uliali wala. Ubu ulwele bwa ntanda bwanga kapela busumfi. Kakapela busumfi ni kalya kashishi kengira mu mataba kalya. Nangu na mustaka amataba yali 10,000. Kalya kashishi na kalikamu. Amataba yose yakapelwa ngatamubya kapeswa. Ngatamubikire mu muti. Eka kapela busumfi. Eka shisha akabana mu bantu. So kashba stata ngana okwato obulwele bwa kapela busumfi. Ubo bulwele ibusunge we muine palobere ko kutwala kuba iche. Ndemyeba muyugula ndo kalamba sana mchalo cha Zambia. Abalwele majority bana bano. Nkamwa ya kufipatala abana bali asama. Abana abalumendo nabakashana bali asama bali wale chini. Erwe chinengere sana obulwele bufure sana mchalo cha Zambia ni insala kapondo kala leto ubusebanya. Eno bana mayo bamuno bali ba very loose. Lero linenga bamufwaya tamuishibe na bwino ngatwabula example ya kwa uli amayo wa ilera na truck driver mwe bati ndefa unga fuilishe mpera ko sex nja fuilishe chako insuna ya lunch paya na rapera 500 na aya ukwabula na protection tapali aya kumana na umyo kwabula kupilisha mshoyi mwa umya diruwala na utarwala ukubwele na kulia sasa ngana truck na iya malwele yanga sendele ulia mayo. So ubulwele bwa HIV and AIDS bashitata na bambukisha abana banono nchalo cha Zambia. Ero bambi bafisa mu myoto kamufipuna ali tule chipune mwafisa utubotoro twatu bulungwa utubotoro tuya emu afisa muri motoka ngafika paki ya mgaraji kairi kwa isa na meshi ya kushitano achi bulero aingira bana mayo echupo teshipikisha club ichupo ni insansi tabako verifia katika na ukakatila fye kumwa ume ichilenga timule kakatila bunangani bumbokoya kairi wala tonga ya tinombanga nafuma kuri umwe omeka mkuri yeshi kairi we ompando taleta bala leta na bakunchito na soti kutumino umwe omepa maile soti na ipo kichi na safu yamba leo safu na ipa alipa mai panda ground at soti tapadi
Patali le man.
Noma uyomo umeoleti
Patali le manashua.
Kwati mulifile ino tulimo bani wao ino tulimo nombe hii bana mayo tulimuchala cha business stand venture into any business we are in a business world tulimuchala cha makwebo inende maine mama chikabonekana yamkushitisho tumala yana bwera emko aiba kwinipumbi
apo pene mwananda ndefo kuchitafe adu kwebati I'm a human rights number one. All human beings are born equal and free. Born say equality, gender equality. Namunga namwina mumfire mwaba equal. Uyuale 50 kwacha no yuale 50 kwacha. Uyu kwetira kwa aishingi chawa mapo. If someone is making more money than the other, the better. But bana mayo nali mwana last week yakamukashana pa TikTok. A young girl, she was like a teenage on TikTok. The video went viral. And she was like, Imwe, ule bomo ametileta 10 pin. Atiba usumala kupela po 10 pin. That is prostitution number. So it means you are going to sleep with the mom 10 pin. He wants more than that. He wants more from you. You are selling your body, but also you are selling your health. Married women, get off your whatever and go and make money. Support your husbands.
Mama chikamoneka koma ireni pona pari vana mayo navo emisango shinoshikuna shiruvana na shiruvana
eggs because abantu baleyitina mulando kali ati AIDS title so abantu tabeshirya benge
baletamba bola.
So we are going to close this and open another one to say to title yala women and marriages.
No, but epota tulaisala ndefa yokulanda pomkwai panono fye tumashutu nono bana mayo ishibeni ukutila iyi mibiri ya mipera lesa te yakupangira po business pakutilo kwate efyo lefwaya. That's why mupwiriri okulwala amalwele omulandu wakushitisha emibiri kwa bana mayo winga bulo omubiri wako okulashitisha ile ishamona wasangula omubiri akantemba kasido bana mayo na mulu bana mayo mwa malwele abana mayo okulambukisha tubenteni ububu lwele bwa HIV and AIDS mu Zambia la na bufula tekisuma sana na bana mayo okulase pano tunono abafuirwa alishwa nokushwa bwino bwino atabarume bafuire na HIV ngashara nendalama alamba okutunta otwana tunono okya mukututokota ukula tushira amalwele ya HIV in the name of indalama ale chalo cha Zambia chilisi ya chifulufulu bana mayo no mbeno bapena kubuchende ino shitatulera ndapa bali mu mabade kuli bola gabakolwa no mbali sole mwe bandalama musasule uno tabakwete nefya kuchitano bakula kolwasi erwale kolwefyo alabo kwa tishindalama nekolelwa kufira shita mwa bana bread ukula umuntu kula nina 2000 a day mwali mona point ichalo cha Zambia po chifikire na chirubana chinjen topic tu kuli bana mayo
we are closing to Isala and then we'll open a new one. So thank you guys for watching. We are going to continue women's rights. So we are going to open another show. We are closing this one. It was just specifically for the World AIDS Day. Thank you so much. In closing, I just want to say, let the government put in laws to start prosecuting anyone who's spreading AIDS knowingly. Valatina. Because
Queen Mpumi, thank you very much. I am asking, why are we closing this page? Why can't we just go on to our second subject?
Because of the title.
Oh.
So when the viewers come, they look at the title and then it interests them. So the title is World Health, whatever, AIDS Day, and people, they don't want to talk about it. A lot of people, they are in denial. They don't want to talk about AIDS.
Okay, the only reason I was asking is because I've tagged a lot of people today, and most of them are on this page. So if you're gonna close it, then let me start tagging the
You
people
can just
again.
copy it. You know what,
Okay.
Anik, copy it. Copy, go to that post and copy all those names and paste them in the new live. Thank you, guys. We are switching gears. We're talking about women's rights, equality, and cheating, and all that good stuff.